All right, we're ready, so we will start in 3, 2, 1, fight. All right, Foxtrot coming immediately to the center of the arena, making his way slowly but surely over to Uckling. Got his flipper in line and nice and slow and controlled, but gets right over there. Now they're both over in the corner by that red hazard. Getting underneath him actually with the that front flipper, so that's really good. It can be difficult to get underneath the front end of these wedge bots, but it looks like that flipper is getting under nicely, putting Uckling back a couple of times here, getting over dangerously close to that blue push out. Very careful driving. You don't want to accidentally back into that, as always happens, as Foxtrot bounces lightly into the spinning red hazard over there, that friendly Canadian maple leaf. Not so friendly in this instance. Uckling trying to get underneath him and accidentally puts his back towards him into that red hazard. With the wide wheelbase on these vehicles and the short front, they tend to spin around very quickly. Foxtrot sounds like he's having a little bit of trouble getting moving there. I think maybe some magnets or something dragging. His wheels are spinning, but not getting a whole lot of traction as he's trying to make his way around the red hazard, bouncing off of it. Uckling trying to get around him there, but looks like he's having a bit of trouble directing the front end of it. It seems very quick to respond sideways, which can make it a little bit difficult to line up a shot at your opponent. So definitely some difference in terms of how they've set up their robots. Oh, Uckling hits the red, goes flying towards the blue push out, just barely misses it as Foxtrot tries to come in, take advantage of the situation and push him out. But both drivers, a little bit new at driving, have a little bit of trouble getting into position here with a minute and a half still on the clock. Oh, there you go. We got a nice flip upside down there. Oh, no, but Uckling's going to push him out the back. And both robots are out, so we'll pause. So that's the other rule here, is if both robots go out at the same time, we will reset the match, put them back into their corners, is it? I always forget if it's in the corners or we put them right on the edge. And unstick, they are in position. In a push out, they're in the opposite corners, yeah. And we'll start again in 3, 2, 1, fight. All right. Now they've got a good feel for how these robots control. They're going to come back into the center again, try and go after each other. Foxtrot still dragging a little bit. Uckling taking advantage of it because he doesn't have any trouble at all with his mobility here. Set up to go fast, but having a little bit of trouble pushing. And the flipper once again on Foxtrot's able to get underneath Uckling, who's now backing into him. And an interesting situation here. The flipper's actually working against Foxtrot because the only thing he can do is kind of push himself off the ground, resulting in Uckling having the opportunity to push him. But there we go. He gets a flip upside down. This is actually a really tricky situation, especially for beginners, because now that he's upside down, his controls are reversed. Front and back are still the same, but left and right have been switched around, or is it the other way around? I always forget. And so driving in this situation is very difficult. You also don't have your wedge on the ground to help you out. And if you have any magnets for downforce, obviously those are on the wrong side of you now. So very difficult to control your robot when it's upside down like this. And it looks like he's got a screw coming out on his top cover, which is keeping him high-sided, making it very difficult to drive around. So Foxtrot has an opportunity here to line up, grab and push him out, whatever he can manage. But it looks like he's dragging a little bit on one corner. I think maybe got a little bit too much downforce for some magnets. 17 seconds on the clock. If it goes to time, then it'll become a judge's decision here. 11, 10. See if Foxtrot can turn around. Uckling's trying to push against him and stop him, but Foxtrot is kind of stuck now. Oh, and Foxtrot has decided to tap out, so the win will go to Uckling. Congratulations.